is everyone? How are we? How are we? How are we doing today, chat? How are we doing today? How are we, chat? Hopefully we're all good. Hopefully we're all good today. We've got some good stuff. Good shoes today, chat. Good shoes. I'm sorry about all the rescheduling and scheduling of shows. They will, I promise, we'll get that down. It's been a very busy schedule the last couple of weeks for me, but we will get that down soon. How are we, everybody? How has y'all day? How has y'all's day been so far today? We just got another one of these racks in, so I'll be able to organize more stuff. So I gotta build it right behind me. But how are y'all today? How are y'all today? We're basically gonna be running shoes for $5 a pop. Insane deal, $5 a pop. Crazy, chat. Crazy. Transcending the game with that. 14 minutes. I might have some. I'll have to check. I have like a bunch. Hold on. Let me get in front of you. All right. Let's get it started. We got some new with box. New with box. These are probably the only new with box shoes that are gonna be running for $5 pretty much. I don't know if they're new. They might be like slightly worn. They might be slightly worn. These are women's. These are 9 West. These are like, I don't know if they're like heels or something, but they're in box heels. They're size 10 and a half women's. Size 10 and a half right here, women's. These are 9 West. And again, they're purple. They might be slightly, I actually don't know. They might be slightly used. Slightly used. So resellers, please take a look at this. Slightly used 9 West with the box. Size 10 women's. Size 10 women's. 9 West. These are like heels kind of like. These are like heels kind of like. These are 10 and a half. Sorry. 10 and a half women's. 10 and a half women's on these heels here, chat. Size 10 and a half women's on the 9 West. Insane deal for $5, chat. 10 and a half women's. 10 and a half women's, chat. 10 and a half women's. We got the camera's falling. 10 and a half women's on these 9 West shoes here. 10 and a half women's. Okay. All right, y'all. We got, these are Air Maxes, 6.5 youth. 6.5 youth. 6.5 youth. I did not mean to do 30 seconds. Sorry about that. These are Air Maxes right here. 6.5 youth. Really great. Look at these, chat. These are nice. These are nice, chat. 6.5 youth here on Air Maxes. Chat, 6.5 youth. 6.5 youth on Air Maxes. These are really nice. It's for 6.5 youth for $5. 6.5 youth on the Air Maxes. If you want to see 6.5 right there on the Air Maxes. Okay, we got more Air Maxes. More Air Maxes. These are size 7 women's. These are size 7 women's. These are pretty nice too. These are pretty nice too. We're going to do 15 seconds. These are pretty nice too. Size 7 women's on these Air Maxes. These are pretty nice. The air bubbles have not been popped, as you can see. Yeah, they're not popped. Size 7 women's right here on these Air Maxes. Look at this design, chat. For $5? Oh my god. Yo, chat. 9.5 men's on these Kyries here. 9.5 men's on these Kyries. Right here. 9.5 men's on Kyries right here, chat. These are pretty nice. Little cooked on the bottom, though. Little cooked on the bottom. You know what? We'll rerun these. We're going to rerun these. We're going to rerun these. These are pretty cooked. Look at these bottoms. Look at these bottoms. These are pretty cooked. These are used, pretty cooked. We're running for $1, chat. Run for $1. The really cooked ones, we're going to run for $1. This one's $1. Again, 9.5 men's. 9.5 men's on the Kyries. The bottoms are pretty cooked here. 9.5 men's on the Kyries here. But besides that, the shoe is pretty good quality for $1. For $1, chat is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, though. Right, this box here. Like, nothing in there. Okay. We got more Nikes. 5.5 youth right here. 5.5 youth. Look at these. Chat, look at these Air Maxes. We got Air Maxes for the youth. The Nike Air, sorry. Look at these. 5.5 youth, chat. 5.5 youth. Oh my gosh, chat. For $5? What? 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 These are size 7. These are size 7 Nike Court Visions here. Size 7 Nike Court Visions. Look at these. Look at these, y'all. Look how clean these are. Size 7 Nike Court Visions are here. Look at these, chat. Look at these. Size 7 Nike Court Visions. 10.5 men's. I should have some. I should have some. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I should have some. Hold up. Hold up. So, I should have some like new in box pairs. So 10.5. We're gonna have basically a couple parts to the stream. I want to do shoes at this price at $5 a pop, and then I got more. I'll keep my eye out. I'll keep my eye out. I should have some. These might be 10. I should have some, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know yet. Just yet. Should have some. I don't know just yet. All right. So this box back here, these 3 boxes, these shoes are pretty cooked. These shoes are pretty cooked. So how much should we run the cooked ones, chat? We got cooked shoes. These are like, these need to be cleaned pretty badly. How much should we run the shoes that get clean, need to be cleaned pretty badly? I'm letting y'all decide. Letting y'all decide how much. How much? Because these ones right here need to be cleaned. Those ones weren't needing to really be cleaned. So, I mean, I'll do we'll do $3. $3. All right, these are Kyrie's. These are size 2.5 youth. Size 2.5 youth here, chat. On the Kyrie's. Size 2.5 youth for $3. Size 2.5 youth for $3, chat. 2.5 youth. 2.5 youth, chat. Okay. We got, these are Pumas. Size 6C. Size 6C here. Size 6C. Size 6C for the Pumas. For the Pumas. Oh, they should be for $3. I'll rerun them. I'll rerun them. My bad. My bad. We'll change it. We'll change it. Should be for 3. It should be for 3. Again, size 6C. Size. Yeah, size 6C. Size 6C here, chat. Size 6C. Y'all make sure to go follow and bookmark our next couple streams. I know I haven't been streaming a lot recently, but we will have some more streams soon. These are size 13. Size 13 men's. Size 13 men's here, chat. Size 13 men's on these Nikes. On these Nikes. They're a little cooked, but it's okay. Size 13 men's. Size 13 men's on the Nikes. On these Nikes here, chat. Size 13 men's. These Reeboks. Size 14 men's. Size 14 men's on these Reeboks here. Who wanted 14? Someone wanted 14. These are size 14 men's on the Reeboks. For $3, chat. For $3 on these Reeboks. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal on these Reeboks here, chat. For size 14 men's. For $3. Oh my gosh, chat. Yo, I got a lot of shoes, man, but $3. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy for some shoes. We got some kids' boots. Y'all resellers better pay attention. These are Size 6 boys. These are pretty much brand new, honestly. These are pretty much brand new. You look at these. Look at the tread. There's literally nothing. There's nothing on the tread. Size 6 boys. These are pretty much brand new. These are, I'll call them used, but they're pretty much brand new. We'll run for 5 because they're like, look how nice these are. These are Land's End. Land's End. Size 6 kids. Size 6 kids. Again, pretty much brand new on the boots for Land's End. Size 6 kids. We got some Asics here. Actually, no, these aren't Asics. These are Earth Vegan. Calso. They're kind of like an Asic. They're kind of like an Asic style. They are size, if I can find it, size 8.5 women's. Size 8.5 women's on these, and we'll go back to 3. Size 8.5 women's. These are kind of like running shoes here. These are kind of like running shoes here. Kind of like running shoes. Size 8.5 women's. Okay. These are size, sorry, if I can find the size. Size ripped off here. Size ripped off on those. Here we go. There's some New Balance. These are like trail runners. These are very cooked, chat. They're very cooked, but they are pretty nice. I bet they would sell for pretty well. These are all-terrain New Balances here. These are size 6.5. These are women's. Size 6.5 women's. Size 6.5 women's. We're gonna rerun these. We're gonna rerun these, but for 3. But size 6.5 women's. We'll rerun them for 3. They are pretty cooked. We'll rerun them for 3, chat. Size 6.5 women's. Size 6.5 women's here. We're gonna rerun those. Size 6.5 women's, chat. Size 6.5 for the women's. Size 6.5. Size 6.5 women's. Chat, what are we looking for today? What are we looking for today? What sizes? Put y'all sizes in chat. Put y'all sizes in chat here. Let me turn down the AC. It's getting hot in here, man. It's getting hot. What size are we looking for today, chat? What sizes? What size are we looking for? What size are we looking for today, chat? We got some cleats here. Run these. Size 12 men's. These have got to go crazy on the bay, yo. Size 12 men's. These are baseball cleats. Size 12 men's on the cleats here, chat, for $5. These ones are nice too. These ones are nice too. Size 12 men's. Very nice cleats here, chat. These are very nice. So size 12 men's, by the way. We got some Uggs here. Got some Uggs. These are size. These are size 12. These are size 12. These are size 12 for the Uggs. 12 men's. Size 12 men's for the Uggs. They're like these slipper boots kind of thing. Size 12 men's here. There's some wear and tear on them. You just clean that off. You can just clean that off. Size 12. All right, y'all. Do you want me to run some Birkenstocks? I got some Birkenstocks. If y'all want me to run them. Hold on. Let me just see one thing. I got some Birkenstocks if you want me to run them, chat. I got some Birkenstocks if you want me to run them. I got some Birkenstocks. Y'all want me to run Birks? Should we run them? What do y'all think? 12 men's? 12 men's? Okay. I think I just ran some 12s. Those are 12. Yeah, right here. Let me rerun these. I'll rerun them for 3 because they're pretty cooked. I'll rerun them for 3. I believe these are 12 men's. Here. Yep, 12 men's. 12 men's right here, chat. Hokas or Brooks? Oh. I might have some. Oh God. Sorry, chat. 12 men's here. Took $2 off because I just dropped them. 12 men's. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, these are 8.5s here. I don't know if I have 12s in Hokas. Don't know. Might be in here. Hold on, y'all. I might have some. Not sure. Sadly, I don't. Yeah, sadly, I don't. Not in those sizes. I'm gonna give you all an insane deal, though. These Yeezys here. Size 6.5 on the Yeezys. Size 6.5 on the Yeezys. Please don't cook me on these, chat. Size 6.5 on the Yeezys. Chat, you can resell these. Someone resell these. Size 6.5 on the Yeezys, chat. Oh my God. Yo. We're sleeping tonight, y'all. We are sleeping. These are woman size 9. Woman size 9 on the Asics. Woman size 9 on the Asics. Very nice right here. A little bit stuff on the tread, but woman size 9. All right, I got some. Woman size 9 here. I'll rerun those UGG boots if you want. Woman size 9. We got these UGG boots, men's size 12. Running for 3. I know I keep running these things, but y'all say size 12 men's. These are men's size 12. Got these Uggs for $3, yo. $3. Pretty good deal. Oh, shit. My bad. I got you with something else. Hold up. I got you with something else. We got these. These are size 13. These are kind of cooked, but yo, you get them for $3. That's a pretty good deal for $3. $3. Men's size 13. Hey, bro, for $3, man, you could get coffee for this money, but you're getting shoes. So these are good. These are pretty good. $3 is a good deal. I know you're paying for shipping and stuff, but still, you got a pair of shoes. I can only offer such good quality for $3. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Is there anything else y'all looking for today? So I gotta get rolling here. I know it's a very quick stream, but I gotta get rolling here. Gotta get some other stuff. Is there anything else? What other sizes y'all want? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I gotta get rolling here. Gotta get some work done. Is there any sizes? Put your sizes in the chat, y'all. Put your sizes in the chat. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna stream definitely a lot longer stream Thursday. But yeah. So right now we should quick stream. Just hop on real quick. Try to see if we can sell some stuff. So anyway, have a great night, y'all. I'll see y'all Thursday. Peace. If there's anything else, yeah. If y'all want anything else, make sure to go follow and bookmark us. We got more sneaker stuff soon.